Before we start, do you have insurance?
What?
Your coverage good? Like, you have dental?
Oh, haha.
Is there a hospital nearby? Is it, like, too far?
About like 25 minutes, I'd say.
I just slapped you. Are you all right?
What?
So you like to fight? You ever win?
No one ever wins a fight.
This ain't the Holiday Inn, pal.
I'm moving.
A friend of mine suggested I come talk to you. I own a roadhouse out in the Florida Keys. Lately, it's been attracting the wrong clientele. I can pay you good money. Judging by your car, you need that.
Well, I like my car.
Think about it.
I know who you are. Elwood Dalton. Big fan, man.
That guy's got a knife under his shirt. You just take a big step back and pop me in the face. You can do it.
Tell me about this bouncer. Yeah, it's all nice, like he's Mr. Rogers or something, but then he'll haul off. Really interesting guy, overall.
Brand wants to take the roadhouse away from me. He wants to build some resort.
I should warn you. People have a certain way of getting things done around here.
Hey, fellas. Looks like you're having a smashing night. Dalton! I got a tip for you. Don't let no one get this close.
Let me guess. You're gonna threaten me? Tell me to get out of town?
I get the impression that you can't be threatened.
Once Knox is on the job, it's over, baby.
It takes a lot to get me angry, but when I am, I just can't let go. People seem a little aggressive around here.
Is that one a friend of yours?
No, I just broke his arm. You blow it! You blow it! You blow it! You blow it!
Welcome to You Blew It. This is the show where we watch turd sandwiches in high definition, reliving our childhoods one Blu-ray disc at a time. And in this case, one stream at a time.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah. Doing it so you don't have to, and trust me, you don't want to.
You don't want this. You don't want this. This is a mess. This is a fucking mess, man. Wow.
So here we are in the Roden Family Fun Center. Roden, how are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. I was doing a lot better before we watched this thing.
Well, I'll tell you what. I took a play out of your playbook.
Okay.
You know.
Wait, this is my fucking fault?
Well, it's reminiscent of. I got the idea because we've done this a couple of times, like with the Zack Snyder nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, so we watched the new Roadhouse, which is
it? Okay, hold on. Okay, new Roadhouse. Is this This is like a reboot?
Yeah, it's a reboot.
Yeah.
And it's an Amazon exclusive movie.
Available now.
Available now. It just came out like 2 days ago, and I kind of threw it out there on a whim, like, you know what we should probably do? It reminded me of the Zack Snyder nonsense, right? Which, by the way, part 2's coming up.
Part 2, buddy. Rebel Moon's coming up.
Fucking Scar Maker, right?
Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to it. That's how much I love pain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because pain doesn't hurt.
It don't hurt.
Pain don't hurt.
Oh boy. So I don't even know where to begin.
I didn't hear much of anything about this movie. I did read like a headline of an article today about it, right? And it basically said like it just stumbles along.
Yeah.
Doesn't completely follow in the footsteps of the original. And yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the original Roadhouse, but it is so extremely watchable.
Yes,
like
very much so.
So good.
So
it's such a classic. I mean, it's corny, it's cheesy.
It's corny, it's cheesy, but it knows what it is.
Yes, it knows what it is. This one, I mean, classic kind of 80s, you know.
Yeah.
Just
excess.
Fucking excess. Yeah, fight movie. Yeah. Right? Fight action. This one takes it way too far. Way too far. I can't tell if they're trying to be like gritty and serious, and then throw in all these like janky one-liners.
It's just uneven, dude.
It's completely uneven.
It's so uneven.
They're trying to get real creative with how they shot it, which you had some serious fucking issues.
I think it made it look cheap.
I mean, it was almost annoying watching this movie with you.
I'm sorry. I mean, okay. First of all, I'm a guy who likes fight movies.
Well, that's what I wanted to get into because you love MMA. You love.
I wouldn't say I love MMA.
Oh, come on.
I don't love it. I'm actually, I love kickboxing.
You love kickboxing, but you watch like a lot of the
I
MMA.
Do, but I don't. I have a love-hate relationship with
stuff.
MMA. I have a love-hate relationship.
But you know a lot about it.
Yep.
Right?
Enough. I mean, more than maybe your average Joe.
Sure. I mean, you're the one that introduced me to it.
Okay.
Well, I guess my little brother is, but I didn't really get into watching it until I started watching it with you.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
And I enjoy it, to a certain extent. I'm not a diehard, but you know a lot about this stuff, and you were just picking apart this fucking movie.
I don't. But here's the thing: I didn't dislike it because it's like that's not real, or because I know it's not. I love like Van Damme movies. I love Bruce Lee movies. I love all sorts of like martial arts fighting.
That
movies.
has been very established.
Yes, and none of that shit is real.
No, of course.
But
not.
What bothered me was. People try. I understand what filmmakers are like. Okay, we're doing a movie where there's a lot of fights, and we want to put our own signature on it. We don't want to. We don't want to be doing what's been done before, and we're going to try and make it unique. And the director is Doug Liman, who I wouldn't say has like an amazing career, but he's got a lot of movies that you would know are like a pretty solid amount of movies that
you said Swingers.
He did
right?
Swingers. I think that was his debut. He did the first Bourne movie.
Yeah,
with
Matt Damon.
Yeah, with Matt Damon. I don't believe he did any of the sequels. And there's another big major movie that
his
he did.
name is very familiar to me too, so I know that.
Oh, he did Edge of Tomorrow. Live, Die, Repeat. I'm pretty sure he did that.
That was fucking great. That was a great movie. I love that movie.
He's a pretty solid director. And so and Gyllenhaal. I like Gyllenhaal.
Me too.
I like Gyllenhaal.
Me too.
So
I was actually kind of looking forward to seeing this too.
Yeah.
The one thing that I was not looking forward to, and I was proven right by my own tastes, is Conor McGregor.
Oh, awful.
Conor McGregor plays like the evil, like there's a couple villains in this movie, but Conor McGregor is like the evil psycho killer.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Was there a character like that in the original Roadhouse? Like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, there's one guy who's like
the one fighter guy.
The one fighter
like
guy.
The bad guy.
And he gets, I don't know if he's in there like the whole movie. I think the main bad guy hires him in like halfway through the movie, and we get introduced to him. It's just such a better made movie, man.
Yeah.
It's so much better than this.
Conor McGregor, I find, is one of the most annoying people on the planet.
I don't get him.
I don't get it at all. I mean, he walks with this fake walk where he puffs his he waddles.
Yes,
first of all,
yeah,
which is totally fake.
He does this bow-legged waddle, and he gets his shoulders all up.
And he gets his shoulders up, and he holds his arms out. And it's a fake walk.
Yeah,
like it's not. Yes. This is completely engineered.
So my understanding is it's a walk that, and this doesn't hold up well, but it's a walk that Vince McMahon of the WWE would do to the ring. God. And so he did a modified version of it, kind of as a joke. When this guy first came on the fight scene, there was a little tongue-in-cheekness about him.
Right.
But now he's
fully like leaned into it.
Yeah, he's totally leaned into it.
Yeah.
And
by the way, horrible actor.
Terrible.
Holy
And
shit.
they told him, be yourself in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do your shtick that you do.
Right.
And he did it.
Right.
Here's what's nuts about this. I was listening to one of my stupid MMA podcasts before.
Yeah. Were they talking about this?
They were talking about this because it's this guy, Ariel Helwani, is a really well-known MMA guy.
Okay.
So apparently Amazon sent him to the New York what do you call it? A debut, or what do you call it?
Like a movie premiere. Yeah.
Premiere. So they had the premiere somewhere in New York. They invited him and his crew. So they saw it like Tuesday night or whatever. And so I guess Amazon was putting it on in a couple of cities or whatever. And so they went to it and they were talking about it on the show, and they were talking about it like they enjoyed it. Now they saw it on a big screen. Okay. Now I can't imagine that would make it much better. But they said they thought that he stole the show.
Conor McGregor.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And this
is just more proof of the death of Western civilization.
I know.
This is what I don't get about somebody like that, is that they lean so hard into bravado, ego, and just being an asshole.
Yeah.
And then people love it.
I don't understand it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, man.
Like, what is wrong with being a good person?
I don't know.
I do not get it.
I call it like the asshole, not generation, but like the asshole worship.
Yes.
Asshole worship.
Yeah.
It's
and we
weird.
are consumed with it in this country. We are absolutely, there is a sect of our country that is absolutely consumed with that kind of stuff. Now, talk about like the worst fucking jokes and just these like one-liners that they have Conor McGregor saying throughout the film.
Awful.
And it's just fucking intolerable.
Yeah.
It is intolerable. And this guy is just so bad at it. He's just so fucking bad at it. But he doesn't come in until what? Halfway through the movie?
Halfway
through the movie or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in that sense, it's kind of like the first Roadhouse, where the guy he eventually ends up fighting gets brought in, right. And the same sort of thing. We're like, okay, he's not getting it done. I got to bring in the big guns. Now, the other one is like the boss in town is like an older guy. So
yes,
there's no way that you wouldn't be able to have a big finale with young Patrick Swayze fighting this old guy.
Right.
But the old guy, it's classic for these movies to have the boss in town, especially in a small town. That's where I think they kind of missed it here. There was no real big boss in here. The one that's
kinda. I mean,
kinda. But here's
Go ahead.
He's too young.
Yeah.
He's too young, and you find out that he's doing the work of his father, who's the big boss, who you never meet because he's in jail.
Well, but he's not really doing the work either, right? He wants to build himself a big hotel casino on this island called Glass Key.
Yes.
In the Keys off of Florida.
Yeah.
And so... Like his dad is in prison, right? Because he was a drug runner, kind of built up the town in Glass Key because he was, making so much money, owned a lot of the land and stuff. And of course, they want the land that the Roadhouse bar is on, right?
It's the last holdout.
It's the last holdout, yeah. And I don't think we need to go too far into the story because a lot of the basics of that story are the same.
Yeah, they like
it's bigwig, kind of evil bigwig wants to take over small town bar and some of the other businesses on this island so that they can, build some sort of empire.
Yeah.
Business empire or whatever. And they'll do it by any means necessary.
Yeah.
So they need to destroy the bar. So, I mean, same deal there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think the older first time around with Roadhouse, it's like a small country town, and
but I think it's still in the South, right? It's still in like Florida or something like that. Right?
And I can't remember. I don't think there's.
It's not on the coast.
Yeah, it's not on the coast, and I don't think there's any reason for the bad guy wanting. I don't think he wants the land for any reason. I think he just gets.
He wanted the bar.
I don't think he does.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I thought that was the whole deal. Like he wanted to own the bar or some shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's the deal. I mean,
he had a competing bar, right?
No.
What?
No.
Fuck.
It was. I could be wrong, but I think the guy is. He owns the town, and he gets off on the fact that he owns the town, and it's just one of the things he doesn't own. I think it's like as simple as that.
Whoa. I need to rewatch that movie. Watching this movie made me want to rewatch that movie.
Which we should. We've never done the original on this.
No.
Right? And I just got
But it's such a good movie.
I just got a 4K redid version
Did you really?
from Arrow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, or I forget who it was. No, Vinegar Syndrome.
Oh, nice.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
Wow.
They did a really good job with the box cover and everything. So,
I bet.
that was one of 2 movies that I had recorded off of a Showtime free preview when I was like 12 years old or 13 years old, and it had boobs in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that movie has fights, boobs, a monster truck, guns. That movie has everything. A motherfucker getting his throat ripped out.
Yes.
Mullets galore. It's.
And that blind guitar player. I can't.
Oh yeah.
Remember his name?
Jeff Healey.
Jeff Healey.
The Jeff Healey Band.
The Jeff Healey Band featured prominently in that first movie. This movie has a series of different bands. Like there is a different band in every bar scene.
Yeah, and they put the chicken wire in front, just like
they put the chicken wire in front, but it wasn't like really like good chicken wire.
No,
it's like really shitty chicken wire.
And also
in the original one, they have literal chain link fence. Don't they?
I think it's chicken wire.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think that's why it's an homage to that.
Oh, okay.
But it's they're totally blocked in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
in that movie, it's purely for the fact of keeping beer bottles from hitting the guys performing. It's less about the fights happening and more about like things get rowdy and the guys throw beer bottles up towards the stage. And so it keeps the bottles from hitting the performers, basically.
Have you ever been to a bar where a fight is breaking out pretty much every hour?
No.
Me either.
I've never been in a bar where an actual bar fight breaks
I don't think I have either. I mean, I'm pretty sure both you and I have been to a bar where like a yelling match took place,
yeah.
And like they maybe went outside.
Yeah.
But never in my life, searching my brain, I don't think I've ever witnessed like a brawl.
Well, it's just,
like is going on in this movie. Like, I don't think that kind of shit ever happens.
I was going to say, it's one of those movie tropes that you see like a food fight or a bar fight, and someone yells, food fight, and in this stupid movie, someone goes, bar fight. It's so dumb.
And then everybody just starts fighting each other.
It's such a trope. It
was so slapstick. It was so just... I think we both looked at each other when that scene took place, where it was just like, holy shit, what is this, a cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was batshit, man.
Now, to go back to my frustration is the fights they're trying to do their own thing, but it's not, it just looks off. Because they're using like CG to make it look like...
They're using CG to make it look like people are getting hit in the head.
Yeah.
Like in the very first scene, like it opens up on Post Malone
for fuck's
kicking
sake.
some giant dude's ass.
Yeah.
In like some kind of backwoods kind of New Jersey...
Yeah.
Like industrial area, like fight club thing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I mean... Post Malone has his shirt off. He doesn't look like he could do much damage at all.
No.
He's got arms like me.
Well,
like just tiny little scrawny shit.
And you got to remember,
no definition.
He's a guy who was even bigger, and he's lost a bunch of weight.
Right, yeah.
And that, in fact, I wonder when this movie was shot, because I think the guy's lost even more weight since then.
Yeah, he looks really skinny.
Yeah. And I don't know what kind of build that is. It's like, I wouldn't call it, like, he's not fat, but he's not defined in any way.
Yeah, there is no definition.
It's like one of those dancing sock tube men that are on the side of the road. You know,
he's a tube guy.
You know, what are those called?
I think the
dancing air tube
dancing
men.
Air tube guy
outside of a fucking mattress store. He's kind of built like that.
He is kind of,
And
dude.
He's real. The fight scene too is, of course, total stunt casting. This whole movie, you've got Conor McGregor, you've got Post Malone, total stunt casting, and Post Malone is fighting in a bar to his song.
Yes.
Some song that he's done. I don't know it.
I don't know how he does that.
like a billy goat
with that weird vibrato that he's got in his voice.
So he's fighting. It's awful. He's slow. He doesn't know what he's doing.
No,
they're using CG to make it look like these guys are connecting.
Yeah, and then the camera is like jumping around too,
like pans whip left and right.
Yeah,
and
it's very off-putting.
And oftentimes it's low, like waist high.
Yeah,
it's like following. Right. It's bizarre, and
it's almost. It felt like it was trying to do. Do you remember when? And Doug Liman, directed the Bourne Identity, but then there was this Jason Bourne movie that I think was just called Bourne.
Oh man, I know. I don't.
And they were like, and it was revolutionary because it was all shaky cam fights and stuff.
Yeah,
it made it look really gritty and kind of real,
Yeah.
And very kind of intense and stuff. And I think, and then that took off.
Yeah,
everybody started doing that shit.
Yep.
They were doing that kind of shit in Marvel movies and stuff. And after that movie came out, and I think that they were trying to do that here, but they were trying to make it more unique. But it just didn't work. It was.
Can we do it in a way where you can actually follow the action instead of just like making the camera shaky to having because the thing about that is it's trying to create chaos when no chaos is really happening.
Sure, yeah.
That camera movement, like shaky shit, like you're talking about. Like people were like, okay, just because you're shaking the camera doesn't mean that it's like intense. It just is annoying. So this is like almost like he was trying to do that, but where you could still tell what was going on with the action.
Right.
It just I can't explain it. It just looked cheap.
It did.
A lot of this movie looks cheap.
Yep.
And
that's the problem with a lot of these movies that are just filmed for streaming too.
Well, the funny thing about this is the director Lyman or whatever got in a dispute with the producer, Joel Silver, who's kind of a legendary asshole producer in Hollywood, allegedly. And they got in a dispute because he wanted it to be in theaters, and they ended up putting it on streaming. My understanding is Amazon acquired MGM, and MGM, they were the ones behind this.
Okay, yeah.
And they decided to make it, streaming only, and he was not happy about that, and so there's some sort of dispute, and he went on social media and badmouthed the
Lyman
whole thing.
did?
Yeah. And he wasn't even, because I think it premiered at South by Southwest and he refused to go. And it's this big sort of situation. But having watched it, I totally fucking understand why they didn't put it in the theater.
Yeah, of course. It would have fucking flopped.
It's an awful looking movie.
Yeah.
It's not good. The plot isn't good. The acting, there's some actors in here that are really bad. Really bad. It's the comedy kind of for the most part falls flat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't say one really good thing about it.
There was one scene where I felt like it was kind of a satisfying fight scene, and I think it was the first one where where Dalton comes out because he the owner of the bar comes to that fight in the beginning of the movie with Post Malone. He kind of refuses to fight Jake Gyllenhaal's character Dalton
because he's so notorious.
Because he's so notorious for being this
badass
MMA badass who accidentally kills somebody in the ring, right, in the octagon. That you find out later. Because
that happens all the time.
Right. Pretty much daily occurrence,
all the time in the UFC.
Very dangerous sport.
But
very dangerous.
Barely is even legal anywhere because so many men die in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
That's right. So she travels all the way to seemingly fucking Massachusetts or Boston or wherever they are from Florida to find a fighter that can come and be the bouncer. Yeah. Right. Which is basically the premise of the original movie.
Correct. Yeah. I believe that's how the first one starts. Is the owner of the Roadhouse shows, which is not called the Roadhouse. In that movie, it's called the Double Deuce.
Yeah, the Double Deuce.
The Double Deuce.
But there's a shop called the Double Deuce in this movie.
Oh, is there? I didn't pay attention.
Across
to
the
that.
street,
Nice
it's right next to the bookstore.
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, the
to
Double
that.
Deuce.
But yeah, you're right. That's from the first movie. So he comes up and poaches him from this other bar.
Right.
And he's notorious amongst like bar owners.
Right. For being an incredible bouncer.
He's the best cooler in the biz.
The cooler, that's right. Oh my god!
But I think the cooler is like oversees the bouncers. I don't know. That was my
that's it. Yeah, he was
understanding.
kind of the manager, right? And
Yeah.
he taught people how to. He like came back to the bar and he taught people how to like fight and how to like diffuse the situation.
Not really fight, because when he comes in, the bouncers are already tough fighter guys, but he is basically like giving them this, like you're saying, the tools to diffuse it and take it outside and do this stuff but there's no like montage training scenes. But this they kind of have that a little bit. Not a montage, but
not really.
Where he's
though.
telling this guy like, you do this and that.
That guy's got a knife. Just back up and then punch him in the face.
Yeah, do a step back and then punch him.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, that's good advice, fucking Dalton. Good advice.
Thanks a lot, Dalton. But where was I going with that?
The original, he doesn't really.
Oh yeah,
train
no, I was going for like there's this first fight scene where he first shows up to the bar.
Right,
this is where I found it kind of satisfying, is that there's this biker gang that just fucking comes into the bar and just starts like literally tipping tables over and like knocking glasses off while saying these stupid one-liners like, oh, I thought you guys I heard you guys were having taking a break, and he breaks something.
Yeah, it's a lot of that bullshit.
And then he like swipes everything off another table and he goes, clean up on aisle 9.
Oh boy.
All while having this maniacal smile on his face. Like they're making these people like so psychotic, right? Just like so maniacal and psychotic that they're getting so much joy off of other people's pain, And it's just done so fucking poorly. So poorly and acted so horrily.
Cartoonish.
It's completely cartoonish. And then that's kind of the first fight scene. Like Dalton goes out and he's like going out. Are those your bikes outside? And he's gonna, obviously go tip them over or some shit. They follow him outside and he takes on 4 dudes by himself and then like drives him to the hospital.
That's another kind of falling flat comedy scene where he's like, does someone have a car? And then it's like him driving.
I thought that was done okay. For comedic effect, it wasn't.
It was
the
a good
funniest thing in
try.
the world.
It was a good try.
It was okay. It was all right. I thought it was kind of funny.
It could have been done better though.
There was something that
there.
Fight scene very cathartic.
Interesting. So the one that I found the most satisfying, was when he finally snaps and gets mad, and he shows up and
and he kills the dude pool.
Into the pool.
Yeah,
I thought that was like, oh shit. Like I always, and this goes back to Bruce Lee, that a bunch of his movies were, a lot of it where there was some rule to where he couldn't fight, right? So you spend a large amount of the movie, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and Bruce really doesn't do anything. So when he does, it's super fucking satisfying. He snaps and he's just fucking whooping ass.
I did find that scene pretty satisfying too.
But it didn't pay off though.
Oh, you don't think it paid off?
No, that scene was good, and I thought, oh, this is going to get really... He's going to start...
Oh, right.
Like, murking fools, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't go that way. Then it went out in, like, the water with a bunch of boat shit. And this is where these movies chicken shit out nowadays, because they don't feel that they can just...
stick with the fighting.
No, they have to go over the top.
It has to go into, action movie territory.
Yep. Boat race,
big scene,
and trying to run the guy over, and then blowing up, and then running it aground, and guys fly, and then it's like, and it all looks bad. The explosion when he has like dynamite.
That explosion looked terrible.
Looked awful.
Yeah,
awful because it's all CG. It's just,
it was all CG.
It's just terrible, man.
Yeah. There, and then I did find like one of the bikers from the original biker gang was kind of funny.
He was the total comic relief guy.
Yeah, I've seen him in other movies. He's been pretty good in and stuff. And he had some pretty decent lines.
Yeah.
But overall, man, wow. Just a fucking real dog shit turd.
Yeah, it really was. And you just find out, like, it's too convoluted of who's the actual bad guy. His dad's in prison, so he's the son that's trying to do this thing, but he's getting money from someone else they're going to have to owe him. She says that throwaway line, the owner of the bar. She's like, if I can hold out, he won't be able to pay this guy back, and it's just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Keep it fucking simple, stupids.
Yeah, no shit.
Keep it simple.
No shit. Yep.
It's and Gyllenhaal, what's that guy put? He's your age? How old is Gyllenhaal?
He's got to be, I think he is actually
like early 40s?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
And clearly the guy wants to show off his body that he's...
Well, this was a thing.
I'm sure, naturally built up.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Just lots of chicken breast, broccoli, and rice.
I'm sure that was part of it.
And two-a-days, bro. And just some two-a-days.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally
and then,
cool.
A couple injections here and there, once a week of some...
vitamins.
Some vitamins and some, some fluorine, some taurine, and some HGH.
I mean, I get it. That's fine. These older guys like him, and Anita says this from time to time, they get that old guy skin. Do you know what I'm talking about? They tan it, and then they shave all their hair off.
Yeah.
And it looks fucking weird.
Like Hugh Jackman.
I'll give this to Hugh. He at least a lot of times lets his body hair kind of cover a lot of this shit up.
Yeah, a little bit.
He doesn't shave it completely like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And these guys do when they get older like this, like Stallone. It's fucking disturbing.
Oh, dude, that shit is like...
It's disturbing.
That shit's gone fucking haywire.
Now, don't get me wrong. These guys are getting up there in age, and look at me. I'm a schlub.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a schlub. And if I got my shit in the shape that he got in, I would want to show it off as well. But
I would have my shirt off when you came over.
Yeah, I know, and I would have enjoyed it a lot. But I would hope that you wouldn't have shaved your body hair. You want to trim it down to a number 3 or number 4?
Well, I'll tell you,
for it.
I would shave the weird patchy hairs.
I understand that.
Like you do that, right?
Yeah,
like, you go on the back and stuff and get those weird little patches that are underneath your back jowls.
I was going to say, like, around my fat dimples on my lower back. Yeah.
You got to get those patches.
The hair coming up my ass crack, that's got to be shaved. And then the patches on my shoulders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the shoulders have
of course.
Shaved off and stuff.
But like your chest hair and shit, and you're like,
But see, that's a problem for me. I don't have any fucking chest hair. All I have
a little bit. I've seen it.
These weird, these weird ass, really long hairs
on your gynomasty
grow around my nips. How does the hair get so long there?
I don't know, man.
What is the deal?
I don't know.
And I'm afraid to shave that stuff because you get into the areola part.
That's frightening.
Weird little the parts of the areola, bumps. The little bumpy parts.
Yeah.
You shave those things right off, man.
It's scary.
That's scary. That's scary. Do they grow back? I don't know. I've never cut one off before.
Oh, man. But and then at some point you get like a total flex off where it's McGregor and him. Just
the final fight scene and stuff. Really I was really disappointed with that one too because I was hoping that they would do like the throat grab where he rips the dude's throat out from the final scene in the original movie. Did some
weird thing with like a knife and a shard of wood.
No, it wasn't. It was shards of wood. Because,
all of it was shards of wood.
Yeah, because there's that boat scene that you were referring to, right? They crash a boat onto the reef outside of this this bar. By the way, can we just say this right now?
Yeah, go for it.
This bar was fucking amazing.
It was really cool. I wonder if it's a set that they built or what the fuck it was.
I don't know, dude. It looked real. It looks like it existed.
It looks like they found a structure that they built out to be this bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
It's like an A-frame building, very mid-century, tropical mid-century modern.
Yeah, but then it's got like the weird... what do you call it? Like thatch roof stuff that like
it's thatched roof though, and then they have like everything's kind of open to the air almost.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they
on
got
the inside.
Yeah, and it's right on the
windows
water.
like flip open and stuff like that.
Right on the beach.
Yes,
right on the water.
Yeah, super fucking cool place. And she's paying this dude. She's paying Dalton $5,000 a week.
A week.
How is that place making that much money on a small ass island?
Well, first of all, we got it running in the background right now, and they've got a full band playing at like 2 PM.
Yeah. Like they're saying, but they're so this is the part that didn't make a whole lot of sense, is that they start this by saying like, oh yeah, the island's like kind of run down, like it used to be so much more lively and stuff like that. But this bar is like
packed all the time.
at fucking 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yeah, completely packed. And she somehow has enough money to pay Dalton $5,000, also put him up in a hotel.
Yeah.
While he's there for what, 2 months or something?
Which of course
he
doesn't accept because he wants to
he wants to go live on this boat.
He calls it a boathouse. It's a fucking
It's a
boat.
It's a boat. Yeah, there's no house to it.
No.
It's just a boat with a cuddy cabin.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
I slept ass to dick on Luke's one time.
Yeah, I was there. Nobody remembers that I was there.
Snoring and farting.
But I was there. Yeah. I didn't sleep on it, but...
No, I remember you were there.
Oh,
Went to the Angry Moose or whatever.
The Angry Moose.
Yeah.
What a night.
Yeah.
We had to sneak back on this boat because they closed the marina.
We had to climb over some chain link.
We climbed over this chain link fence. You, Andrew, and Luke made it over just fine, and then you disappeared around the corner. While I was stuck, my crotch was pinned at the top of this fence, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I didn't want to yell for help because I didn't want to.
How am I going to help you?
I don't know, man. Just like somebody.
It's a fucking minor miracle that I was able to get up and over this thing.
I don't know how. I can't remember how I got down.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I did rip a hole in my pants that night.
No, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
That's too bad. But
Not your fault.
yeah, so he basically lives on this piece of shit boat in here.
Right.
The original Roadhouse, he ends up sleeping in the loft of a barn by and
wasn't it the doctor's barn?
It was,
because the love interest is a doctor in that one too, right?
And they do the kind of a similar scene where he meets her in the hospital.
Yeah, because he gets stabbed.
Yeah, yeah, that's her like uncle. I think it's her relative of some sort that he's rented.
The bad guy.
The bad guy, I can't remember if they're related or if he's always tried to get with her. I can't remember some shit like that.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I think that what am I doing here? She's related to one of either the guy who he's renting from or the guy who owns. In that movie,
Okay.
it's like a tool. It's like a Napa or something that he befriends this guy Red who owns this store, and that's the store that gets burnt down. I think that's her uncle.
And this happens in this one too.
Yeah.
But it's like the dad and daughter that own
a
bookstore that kind of befriend Dalton right when he gets to the island, which seemed really forced. That
totally
was a very forced scene.
Very forced. And kind of goes nowhere.
Yeah, doesn't really go anywhere. Although he takes a shining to this younger teenage girl.
Yeah.
And is kind of a big brother figure to her. But they're not really in the movie that much.
No.
Except just to show that they're being terrorized by this gang is working for this dude, Brent.
Brent. Which again, did they want that strip mall?
I think he wanted all of the land on the
But then it sounded like
island.
He had already had it all. Except
Well, I know they say that later on in the movie, which didn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like, okay, well, why are you trying to destroy the other, like the gas station?
Yeah.
You know, like that didn't make any sense at all. And for the most part too, they show like this whole like he's got this whole mock-up, this like architectural mock-up model.
Oh yeah,
in his yacht.
Just classic, dude.
Just classic, right? Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, we don't have to totally explain why he wants all this, but we'll just put this fucking thing right here in the middle of everything. And then there's a little bit of exposition there about where he, says, I need this land.
Yeah.
It's like the hotel that he wants to put on this island is so far away.
It's so dumb.
From this bar. Like
So-
even in the model,
Yeah,
like
they
it's
show,
almost
like,
like a fucking mile away. like all it
This
is
he's like-
green space in between. It's like, what? Okay, well, why do you need the bar then?
Yeah, he's got this massive building. He goes, this is the one thing that stopped me. Like pans all the way down to 2 feet from where the thing is.
Right.
This little shack. That's the.
Yeah.
What?
Like, why not keep it there? Make it part of the hotel. Like, hey, let's enter into business together. You know?
It's funny watching a movie like this. Now, you don't see movies like this anymore, right? These kind of movies aren't made anymore. And if they are, they don't get theatrical releases, right? Like they're straight to streaming bullshit. But here's what's funny is movies like Roadhouse and shit like that were made fun of back then. Like even I think Roger Ebert's that movie flopped. The original Roadhouse flopped, but it's got a huge cult following since then. And Roger Ebert, I think, did a pretty clever review of it where he was like, this is by no means a good movie, but if you're looking for this sort of thing, it delivers. It was basically and through the years, it's like really held up because it's. I can't explain it, but they were so much better.
It's like any of
they
those
were so
movies.
much better at making those style movies back then.
Like
they've
Red
lost
Dawn.
the art of it now.
Like Red Dawn.
They
remade Red Dawn. The remake of Red Dawn.
Point Break.
The remake of Point Break. All fucking Patrick Swayze movies, by the way, too.
Right.
But the remakes of all of those completely missed the mark.
Yeah.
Like they weren't as fun to watch. They tried to take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think they've lost the art of making that kind of movie. I think that's just because they're not.
Do you
done
think it's
anymore.
because technology? Is it a technology thing? Is it a writer thing?
I don't know.
I think it's all of the above.
Yeah,
most likely.
I don't know if there's an audience there for it anymore, so they try to change it for what they think an audience today would want.
Right. Or they just try to do they try to turn it into Transformers. It's like there's too many big set pieces.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's a good question. Why can't we make those types of movies anymore? Although I will say, like, especially in like horror genre, it seems like there are people out there that are making those types of movies that, get made on a much smaller scale that are still fun.
Well, yeah, I was going to say the horror stuff like that
indie
still
shit
continues to get released in theaters and stuff.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. I'm just saying, like, I think that they're out of practice, and when they try, it's not good, man.
Yeah.
It's not
mean, they do make movies like this still, though.
It's sure.
Rambo: Last Blood.
Oh,
fucking
yeah, okay.
The Expendables movies. I mean, all of these guys.
I mean,
I would put this movie in with those types.
I would. Yeah. You're right. Whatever that sort of don't take this serious sorts of action movies sort of stuff. Like,
yeah,
like you know what you're coming for.
The Fast and the Furious.
It's a sugary fast food. Yeah, you're kind of right.
That would kind of be in the same
That's
vein,
Same vein. You're right.
Yeah,
but those aren't good either.
No, they're not. Like
that's
they're
what I'm saying is they can't craft these movies anymore. They're not good at it. Like I think they're so out of practice, or they don't. It's like I for instance, like I'm sorry, we're gonna be watching fucking Time Cop here pretty soon because we're reaching episode 100, and
Yes.
and that's an infinitely superior movie than this. And if you watch
Infinitely more watchable.
yeah, and you know it's going to be limited to the effects of its day and that sort of thing.
Sure.
But it's still way more of a movie than whatever this cartoonist piece of shit was.
Yeah. I would fully agree with you on that. I mean,
And I haven't watched it in a while. I just know that when we watch it, we're going to have a good time.
I'm so looking forward to it. What episode are we on right now? Which number is this?
I think this has got to be like 96, 97. Let me see here.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Keep talking while I look this nonsense
97.
up.
So we only got 3 more to go until
Yeah, I could.
we hit Time Cop. And boy, oh boy, long time coming, man. I mean, Time Cop, I don't know if it still is on the streaming services right now.
But
Keeps on popping up on my streaming services, and I'm like, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to watch it, but I'm saving it, man. I'm saving
Okay,
it.
Sorry, we got a ways to go. My bad. So
What are we at?
93.
Oh, fuck me.
So over the edge. So this is 94 that we're doing. So we're coming up close here.
Okay.
So.
All right. So 6 more.
Yeah.
Double the original thought.
Sorry, man.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, dude.
Way
Got
to
your
kill
hopes
my
up.
Friday night.
But I mean, those type movies. I mean, just guys kicking ass movies. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, are our kids? Well, you don't have kids, but are my kids gonna go back and or my kids' age gonna go back and watch these movies and just be like, man, this was when these types of movies were fun.
Maybe.
Probably.
Because
this is what they're growing up on.
Yeah. And I
right?
was going to say that earlier. We're probably just grumpy old men.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I think that's a huge part of it.
When you were talking about, I don't understand liking Conor McGregor and shit like that.
That still blows my mind.
Me too.
I can't wrap my head around why people like
the Paul brothers. I don't
like
get
that.
that. I don't get the Paul brothers. I'll
What are
flat
the
out
Paul
say
brothers?
it. I don't get Trump. I don't get
Oh,
any of
Trump's
these.
the same person.
These cocky a-hole, alpha male, dipshit, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get the glorification of it. I get that there's going to be knuckleheads and they're going to have their fandom. That's that's life, whatever. But I don't understand this ignoring of guy like Conor McGregor. I'll just say it. He's not good in MMA. He had a moment where he was there at the perfect time. He took it serious and but that shit imploded very quickly, and he hasn't been very good since.
Yeah,
and
is he still fighting?
Well, that's a thing he's been.
Is he trying to get back?
Well, he's been supposedly going to be having a fight for the last 2 years, but there's something about him wanting to. By the way, I heard earlier today that this is the most anyone's ever made on a debut in a movie.
Really?
Guy. Yeah, and the guy before him was The Rock.
Oh fuck!
Their debut role.
Does that mean he's going to be in more movies now?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck me. I really hope not, dude.
I don't know.
When he first showed up in the first scene that he has lines, I swear to God, he was doing an impression of an Irish accent. I swear to God.
But if you listen to his interviews or the promos that he cuts, as they call it, which is a wrestling term, he's always amped that shit up. So
it's so weird, dude.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, and there's these I'm a little the choice they made of having Conor McGregor. They made him kind of a comedic sort of thing in here too. He's not.
Well,
he's not a scary guy in this movie.
No, he comes across as just a cartoon psychopath.
Well, that's what I think they were trying to go for that. He's so unhinged, he's psychotic and scary, but it doesn't work. It's just
he's bad.
It's just bad, and you see his ass twice in the movie where his introduction. Spoiler alert: he is leaving the house of a woman totally naked but wearing shoes.
obviously had, intercourse with her.
But left his shoes on.
The husband found out and was like screaming at him from
in like Italy.
Yeah.
Or something.
But for his character, wouldn't he have just killed that guy?
Yeah. It's dumb. Then he walks out and
he's walking around this village.
He steals a guy's shirt and then like sets the place on fire.
Sets it on fire.
It's really dumb. And then the next thing is like
stupid. And he's smiling the whole
time. And he shows up in Florida driving, of course, a fucking supercar. It's like a 12-year-old made this fucking movie and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
In like some sort of Lamborghini supercar.
Yeah. And then you never see that car again.
You never see the car again. It's so dumb, man.
It's really dumb. It's really dumb, man. It is really stupid.
And
oh god.
The character of Dalton in this movie,
I really like Jake Gyllenhaal.
So do I
think he did fine.
He's fine. I mean,
he carries this movie.
Yeah,
on his fucking shoulders.
Because
nobody else does anything.
No, and they missed the mark with the character of Dalton because in the other movie, he's very likable. He's very even keel.
Yes,
and there's a simmering sort of like, okay, there's something in this guy's past that is unspoken,
which I don't think they really ever reveal in the first movie either, right? Is there a reason?
Yeah,
for
he killed a man.
Oh,
and
okay.
it haunts him sort of.
Okay.
And it's kind of the same thing in this movie. You come to find out. But there was a folksiness, and of course it's Patrick Swayze. I mean, it's like there's just a likability in that movie, and the way he plays that character is part like really what makes that movie really fun.
Yeah,
and this tries to do it in a different way. And I like Jake Gyllenhaal too, but it misses the mark. And I don't know what that spark of that it factor.
Yeah, and I don't think that was Jake Gyllenhaal's fault. Like I think it's,
I don't think so either.
I think it's either the writing or the direction.
Yeah, I think
on this.
Well, here's
what he's got to work with.
Here's how far back this movie went. You know who was originally supposed to be stunt cast in this? Not Conor McGregor. Ronda Rousey.
Oh fuck, that would have been just as bad.
Now, I don't know who she was going to be playing in the movie. If she was going to be playing like, it would be weird if she was playing a bad, like the bad person. I would think that she was either going to be the Dalton character. That's what I remember. Like she was going to be the.
God, that would have been really bad.
Yeah. But that's like that stunt casting bullshit, the flavor of the moment. And at the time, she was the flavor of the moment.
Well, when I first found out about Jake Gyllenhaal, like getting all jacked and stuff like that, like they were showing pictures of him in like MMA gear and stuff like that. And I was actually kind of excited for it because I thought it was going to be an MMA movie. Like it was going to be about him as an MMA fighter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
I'm glad you'd be excited about that.
No idea. I had no idea that it was like for Roadhouse. So,
you know what I missed in here too was in the original you get Sam Elliott showing up a little ways.
That's right.
And he's like his
he's his right hand man.
Yeah, he's his right hand man in some ways, like a father figure to him a little bit in the movie.
Yeah, a little bit of a Buddha.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah,
you know,
which I know.
Advice giver.
People are probably listening. It's like, you fucking idiots. Roadhouse is not a good movie. Like the original's not a good movie.
Yeah.
But it isn't. But it kind of is.
It's better than this one.
And there are character development things, just like that guy coming in and you learning more about him, or his interaction between the old guy that he's renting the place from, and his interactions with people in town.
And we could be completely misremembering like the character development that goes on in that movie too, because it's probably a lot shorter than this fucking movie.
Oh yeah, because this movie was like 2
hours and 4 minutes.
Yeah, the original's probably like 90
minutes.
90, and this is the thing, man. When these type movies are done well, 90 minutes is all you need. Sure. If you need 2 hours or more, then you're not doing it right.
Yeah, you're
really not doing it right.
Trim the fat a little bit.
Yeah,
dude. Well, what would you give this guy?
Fuck, I don't know, man.
I would say it's on streaming, so it might just be worth a watch.
Yeah, I mean,
just to like just to like see how terrible it is, you know? There were some parts that were pretty entertaining. There's a really good gag when he kills the guy in the pool.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah. I would say go ahead and fucking watch the thing just to see how much Conor McGregor is such a piece of shit.
And that's the thing with like these streaming movies and stuff. It's like you already have the service. You're not out any other extra money. You're not paying more for it.
Yeah.
Watch the damn thing. I don't know, like
watch it.
But do I recommend it? Not really.
Not really.
But am I completely offended? Like I know I was pissed off earlier because it's this sort of shit is completely unnecessary. But I don't know, two Blu Its, 1.5. I don't know. What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it 2.
Yeah, I'll give it 2.
I'm gonna give it 2.
I'll give it 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit more watchable than some of the other stuff that we've seen. You know.
Oh, here's one for you.
By the way, Conor McGregor's fucking juicing.
Oh yeah,
totally.
So that's the other thing. So he was supposed to.
He was so much smaller. Oh yes, so much smaller.
Yeah. So he injured himself
right
way back.
I remember this. Yeah.
And so he pulled himself out of the testing pool for UFC while he was
injured,
healing.
Yeah.
His broken leg or whatever the fuck it was, and everybody like was talking about how this dude's got to be juicing because he's posting all the shit on social media and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he made this movie, he's still. I don't even know if the UFC got rid of their testing protocols.
Of course.
Like it was the USADA or something like that was overseeing it, and they got rid of him.
Yeah.
And it was kind of at this time there was this whole dispute because they had signed him up. He did this. You know they have this reality show, The Ultimate Fighter, that's been on forever.
Yeah.
So they're always trying to get that thing to become a thing again, but it's people are done with it.
Yeah.
So he was on there with another guy, and they're building it up to have this fight. And then all these MMA journalists were like, "Is he even in the testing pool?" And then Dana White was kind of like, "Well, don't worry about that. Like, we'll get it figured out." And then they did some like, "No," and they go to the USADA and they're like, "Yeah, no, we don't have anything. He can't fight for another like 7 months."
Yeah.
And so then there was this whole thing. And so he still hasn't fought. Everyone was certain that he was juicing during this period.
Well, it's obvious. Like he's never been as big as he is now.
Yeah, I think he started at a lightweight.
Yeah.
Which in the UFC is like 155.
Yeah.
I think is. So something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Fucking A.
Fuck that
yeah,
guy.
two
Blu Its. Two Blu Its.
And then fucking dialogue. I don't know, dude.
Well, he did. There was one line that they took straight from
the original.
The original. What was it? It wasn't the pain one because it
wasn't.
He didn't.
Oh, I know what it was. She says something about fighting, and she says something to it's something like
do you enjoy fighting?
No, she's like,
do you win?
Do you always win?
Do you always win?
And he's like, no one wins a fight.
Cut, print.